giving up some yards there later on in the second half to actually see the offense come out and score some points, and then the plays being made on special teams with a block. I thought it was a good team win. Do we need to get better? Yes. Is there areas that we can improve in? Yes, sir, there is. But going 3 games, getting our first win, and now having an opportunity to heal up a little bit with a bye because the opponents are all real. There's no gimmies or anything like that. You're lining up every week, and if your depth is not where you want it to be, you really need this bye week to heal, and it's really coming at a good time.
There's adversity inherent in football, but it's not always like this in 2020. Can you take us through the morning here? First of all, the Andre Cisco injury, you had to adjust to that when it was apparent he wasn't going to play. And then our understanding is you literally were gathered there ready to run through the tunnel at 12 o'clock for a 12:03 or 05 kickoff. And that was halted for COVID protocol, which seemed to be handled extremely well at the end of the day. But from your perspective, how did that all feel and go down?
Well, first of all, we'll see about, Cisco. But, sometimes things just happen. They're just flukes and just fluke things. So we're gonna wait and see what the doctors say. And hopefully we hope everything's all right because he's such a vital part of what we do. And then with the delay, the boss told us to delay, we delayed. Mom and Dad told us not to get in the car. We weren't leaving yet. Wait 30 minutes. Well, we go back in the house and wait 30 minutes. We were fine with it. We would play it at 12:30. We'd play it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We needed to get a game in. We were ready to play. And whenever everybody thought it was good and safe for us to do so, then we would start.
You touched on the takeaways, 4 interceptions. That's the first time in 14 years. Fumble recovery or turnover on downs there late in the game too. But in basketball or lacrosse, we would talk about the transition game. You've got a couple guys that when they get the ball in their hands, they're looking to do offense from a defensive position, Trill Williams in particular. How does that fit here in terms of recruiting and what you're trying to do, because those are game-changing plays?
I think that we give our guys a little freedom, and they definitely take advantage of it. Now, some things are not as free as others, but we do have a bottom line result thing, and the bottom line result is you better score, because if you don't, you will be taking out the trash for a long time in this family. And it seems like Trill always seems to come out on the right end where someone else has to take out the trash, not him.
So we'll take that to mean that Jihad Carter will be spoken to, but he had himself a nice game. You've had contributions, Coach, really from freshmen across the board here. A freshman leading tackler, really 3 games running. What'd you see out of Sean Tucker today? We believe this is the first 100-yard game by a freshman in 5 seasons.
It was. I thought he was really good. I thought he came off. We started with Jawar, and he got a little banged up, got a little owie, and then Sean came in, and Sean really looked like he was going to run the ball different today. And I'm like, leave him in there. It looks like he's into it. He got a little tired right before halftime. And then I asked him, I said, if you're tired, if the ball's too heavy, I can give it to some other guys. And he's like, no, Coach, it only weighs 13 pounds. He played it. So, he came out the third quarter, and he really did his job. He really got after it. And I'm happy for him and the O-line and the running back coaches and everyone else that they finally got a 100-yard rusher. That was awesome.
I hope there's no physics professors or science teachers listening, but we can come back to that one another time. It's
13 pounds of pressure?
Of pressure, doesn't weigh 13 pounds.
Oh, I thought I said the word pressure. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I think, yeah, whatever. It's a win, Coach. We can move on from that. I'll leave with this one here. Did we see Tommy DeVito be more settled? He connected on the 2 long balls, only 1 sack, and how is that connected to the running game?
Anytime you have an opportunity to take some of that heat off him where he's not throwing the ball every single snap, I think those guys, they function differently when they know it's not all on them. And it was good to see him hit some deep balls. We've had some trouble with that, but bang, he put 2 on the money. And Taj may not like what I'm about to say, but I thought even the one he threw to Taj ended up being an interception. It should have been a catch, or it should have been a knockdown. I didn't think that guy should have got a pick out of it. Taj will get mad at me, but he can handle it. So I really thought that he had a decent day.
Well, good stuff all around, Coach. You knew that the Dome opened with a win in 1980. You needed to open with a win today. Mission accomplished, and now into a bye week. So best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Orange head coach Dino Babers there, Brian.
Thanks, Matt. We're going to start. Hello, Coach Babers. We're going to start with Mario Sacco from WSYR.
Aloha, Olivia.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. Guys talked about earlier in the week. You said, a little frustration to set in. No one wants to start 0-2. What was it like during the week leading up to this game and after? Was it kind of a relief off these guys' shoulders in the locker room?
First of all, yeah. I mean, 0-2 is that, that's a lollipop. Nobody wants to start off 0-2. And it's one of those deals where you realize that you're close on certain things. You're playing good opponents. You want to be a good opponent as well. But until you go out there and do it and kind of let the dam bust a little bit, it starts to mount up on you. So it was good to finally get some balls in the end zone. It was good to have more than one touchdown in a game. And it was good to see the defense and the special teams do the things that they did. Now we have to get better. Now that we finally got that off our back, we have to get better.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're going to go to Chris Paulson from Syracuse.com. I don't believe your mic is on. Okay.
Sorry, Dino. What happened to change things up at the last minute and require you guys to test those three players? I can't imagine that was the plan heading into the day.
I think the athletic department already released a statement on that. And we were ready to run out of the tunnel, and they told us to go back. Dad tells us to go back. We went back. And then they told us and said, hey, come on out. And then I said, we're not going to run out twice because we already ran, so we'll come through the other door and we'll get ready to play. And that was that.
Does it concern you as a coach that guys are testing negative and then they have to test negative again, seemingly on the day of the game for no reason?
I don't know if that's what happened. All I know is someone said we were coming out at a certain time, told us to go back, and then they told us to come back out. That's all I know.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Next question, we're going to go to Jacob Payne from Syracuse Sports Illustrated.
Hey, Coach, great win today. I'm curious, in your opinion, what's more impressive, 4 offensive touchdowns or 5 defensive takeaways?
Okay, no, you would ask me that. God darn it. I think that 5 defensive takeaways is extremely impressive. A lot of people put points on those things, and 5 takeaways on defense to me is close to 20, 21 points if you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing on offense. So I give those guys a lot of the credit when they can get the ball like that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to move to Dan Tortora from DT Media.
Hey, Dino, just to go back to the run and trusting in the run in this game, just what you can say about what Sean Tucker did overall and having faith in the run game with multiple running backs in this matchup.
I think the biggest thing about running backs is that it doesn't matter. We lost a great one this week in Gale Sayers. Man, oh, wow, what a fantastic runner. And the thing with running backs, whether they're big and strong like Jim Brown or whether they're elusive like Gale Sayers or Larry Zonka, big tough guy, or Mercury Morris, super fast, is that they've got to get more than what's on the play. If there's a guy if you're big and a guy comes there to tackle you, you have to break the tackle. Franco Harris, you got to break the tackle. Riggins from the Redskins. If you're a smaller guy, then you got to be able to take it to the house and make a guy miss. Barry Sanders, first guy can't bring you down. Whatever your style is, you have to get more than what the play is blocked. And that's what Sean Tucker was doing tonight. And I thought Jawar was going to have a good game, and he got a little nicked up, and then Sean just took it over. So, we look at yards after first contact. Some people call it yak, but it's yards after first touch. And if you get touched on the 20 and you get tackled on the 20, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a guy that gets touched on the 20 and gets tackled on the 25 or the 26. Those are the guys that can keep running games going. And I thought he did a good job of that tonight.
Thank you, Dino. Congrats on the historic win.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we have 2 more questions. Time for 2 more questions today. We're going to go to Matt Hausworth from WSTN.
Dino, congratulations on the win. I wanted to get your take on just being a part of this historic day, and obviously looking up at that roof and that scoreboard. I mean, the sound piping in seemed like everybody was that was at the game. The reporters were saying that it was real loud in there. I guess, what was your first takeaway of seeing, what's been constructed these last several months?
We got a chance to see it Thursday morning, and it was super, super impressive. Pete Sala was there, and it was, it was like 5:45 a.m. in the morning when we were in there, and it was nothing but wows from me and all the players. And to come into this place today, and a little disappointing to open a place like this without the community and the student body and the students and you guys around. But it's a special place, and I can't wait to share it with you guys, where you get an opportunity to come in and really see what this thing can do. Now, from the volume standpoint, I lost my voice because, there's a certain decibel level that they're supposed to keep this thing down to when the ball's about to be snapped. But when the ball's not being snapped, they can turn it up as loud as they want to. And I think somebody with the volume control was showing off. Because I'm sitting there going, I can't talk. No one can hear what I'm saying. We had an interview at halftime with some young lady, and she's trying to talk. I'm like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So it was like that the high school kid with a new Bose speaker or something, and going through the parking lot, turning it up, and everybody know that he's got a set of good speakers in there. It's amazing. And for the media and for the fans, you guys are going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to wow you to death when you get an opportunity to see it.
Thanks, Dino.
Thank you.
And our last question today for Coach Babers will be Anthony DeBundo from the Daily Orange.
Hey, Dino, congrats on the win. When you have that 30-minute delay, what are you doing with the team? What are you saying to them? How do you what's going on in those 30 minutes?
The 30 minutes, you bring them back. You tell them, hey, blah, 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 blah. We're going to wait a little bit. Let's wait. Then come back and they say, okay, it's time to go. Let's go. How much time do you guys need to warm up? They tell me. I said, are you sure? They go, yes. And then I give them that much time to warm up. It's like Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood. You have to adjust and improvise in 2020. And we've really done a good job of that. We've been adjusting and improvising since March, going 3 practices and shutting down spring ball, having Zoom calls all the way April, May, and June until they got back on June 8th, and then all the stuff that we had to do leading up to this. So I know it's long-winded, but really, and I think for everybody else that's on this Zoom call, 2020 is all about keeping your knees bent and keeping your head down. Don't stick it up there too high and run into something and have it missing from your body. Keep it down, keep it low, keep your knees bent, and let's see what the man upstairs has in store for us before we get to 2021.
Thanks, Dino.
Thank you, Coach.
Olivia, I need one of those masks. You've got the best mask, and I'm jealous, okay?